Welcome to the CSS section of our second app. That's our note taking app. In the previous session, we did the HTML part of our app, of which we laid down the framework and everything. Today, we are going to add the CSS to our app. Now, this code is available at the iCode, that's the JavaScript community. So you go there and you pick this code. I'm here to explain it to you to understand how this was done. Now you can infer from your HTML code that we created a header section in the main parts of the body. So we took our time and we add some CSS to it. So we make sure the text alignment, the font weight, the font size, the border button, the display, and the content, the justification of the content. We set them all. So we use these. Now in yours, you can change it to your preference. So whenever you feel like to please your users, you can change it. We also call the footer. So in your HTML code, you realize we call the footer where we play two buttons inside. So we also displayed a footer with a flex flow and a pattern so that our footer will also be nicely fitted on our interface. Now you realize in our main body we have headers there. Another header, like two headers. So the first header is the one we called, and this is the second header. We set the font size, the margin button, and the margin top for this header. We also call the list head. We created a division in our HTML. We called it so that we can also give it some CSS styling to make our app look so nice. We gave it a margin left, a width of 30.5%, and display to be inline block. Then we added a text alignment to be the center of that inline block. Now we called our note head division. Our note head division. In our HTML, we created a division called note head. So this note head, we actually set the width to be 60%, the margin left, display, and text align to center. We also call the note list division, where we added the margin top, display, margin left, width, the height, overflow, the body, that the overflow, that's the scrolling, because with the note list, we are going to list the note. So the scrolling, we touched it. And the border. Now the next one is the within list. The within list is inside the inner line. The inner line we set. Inline we set. We also called this title the list title. The list title. Then we set the font weight, the font size, and the padding. We call the division list date. We set the font weight, the font style, the font size, and the padding. We also set the list text. Then we called another division called the notepad division. The notepad division. The notepad division where we set the display. So the notepad division is actually where the main work is, where the person is going to type, going to add new note. So we set the display, the border radius, the height, the overflow, that's the scroll. We set the width, the margin left, and the margin top. We also call the note title. That's the font. We call the font size, the padding, and the bottom border. Now we call the body. The body, that's the body field, the title field, and we also set a border or we also set a border and added some few CSS to it. We call the division title field and the division body field. In the note, the user is going to add a title and a body. So we call those two fields and give it font size and font weight. The color select. So you realize in our HTML, we set a color option where the person can actually choose the color of a particular note. So we call it in the CSS, whereby we define each color in it. We also have the button. So the button which will be performing the save function and the delete function of our app, and also style it. Added some few CSS to it and style it. So the delete button and the save button here. Alright, so now this is the the color boxes where the person can choose from. So white color, when the person clicks on white color, it will be white. Orange, it will be orange. Banana, it will be banana. Honeydew to be honeydew. Flora, aqua, and so on. So every color you add, you come and call it here. Thank you for joining this CSS session. Join me again in the JavaScript.